Welcome to the Middle Book. In this audiobook, you will uncover the hidden secrets of material manifestation. Rather than focusing primarily on techniques, though you will indeed learn some highly effective ones, this audiobook emphasizes a deeper, more profound understanding. Our goal is to elevate your awareness to new heights, so you don't just comprehend these secrets, but you truly know them. This knowing comes from deep within you, from your true self. It is this intrinsic power of knowing that manifests everything you desire into your life. The content within this audiobook is grounded in the unbreakable laws of the universe. These laws operate unfailingly, much like the law of gravity. Once you grasp these principles and align yourself with them, success will no longer be a matter of concern. By understanding and integrating these universal laws into your life, you will unlock the potential to achieve anything you set your heart on. Join us on this transformative journey to not only learn but to embody the power of knowing. Through this process, you will discover the true secrets of manifestation, allowing you to create a life filled with abundance and fulfillment. Lesson 1. Principle of Attraction. The law of attraction is something we've heard about a lot, but we never really understood. A fundamental understanding of quantum physics is necessary in order to provide a scientific explanation. The study of the universe's fundamental components is known as quantum physics. All in this universe is composed of atoms, and atoms are composed of subatomic particles known as quanta, as demonstrated by quantum physics. Energy concentration is all that these subatomic particles are. Everything in our cosmos is constituted of energy, as has become evident. The energy that separates a lead atom from a gold atom is merely the difference in frequency of vibration between the two types of atoms. The reason why identical particles grow together is obviously due to their similar vibrational frequencies. What is mind, given that all things are composed of energy? At a specific frequency, thought is also energy vibrating. Laboratory tests have validated this. The frequency of thoughts or brain waves can be measured by scientists using the right equipment. It is imperative that we acknowledge that events are not random occurrences. There is a reason behind everything that occurs in life. The cause lies within each of us. Everything that we currently hold was generated by our own thinking. Nothing happens by accident or by miracle. Everything occurs precisely as the laws dictate. It is our own thoughts that draw everything that we possess. It is us who created it. Positive and negative news are present. The unfortunate truth is that we might have abused the law of attraction, which would explain why we had so many unwelcome experiences in life. Thankfully, we can readily attract anything we desire going forward by consciously attracting it. To get our desired outcomes, all we have to do is project a thought vibration that matches their frequency. It is the law that will handle everything else. The right actions taken at the appropriate times will be yours. Your desires are also your desires. Likes draw likes. To sum up, our ideas are energy that is always in motion. Therefore, by concentrating on what we truly desire, we may manifest any desired outcome. The law of attraction handles everything else. For the most part, we are what we believe. Using the law of attraction, how does it work? Keeping an image of what you want in your mind for as long and as often as you can is the easiest method to use it. You will see it in your real life very soon if you feel assured that you already have what you want. Lesson 2. Principle of Transformation. I was listening to the transformational CD by Dr. Wayne Dyer the other day. This is how he explained transformation. Consider that the word transform is composed of two words. Form, the second word, alludes to our body's physical form. Trans, which means going beyond, is the first word. The act of transforming entails transcending our physical shape and the material environment. In essence, life is about transformation. We have changed continuously since the day of our birth. This is undoubtedly correct from a scientific perspective. You are not the same person you were a minute ago. You are the one reading this book right now. Millions of biological processes were taking place even before we were born as you read this information. Throughout human history, many successful people have connected with this intelligence through the practice of meditation. This meditation method is provided by Dr. Deepak Chopra. I want to share it with you since I think it's quite simple and effective. Place your feet flat on the ground while you sit comfortably in a chair. Place your hands on your thighs with palms up. Maintain a straight back. Shut your eyes, then turn your attention to your breathing. Consider the words so on inhalation and hum during exhalation. Don't try to control. Instead, gently follow your breath and repeat the sentences in your head. Refocus your attention to your breathing whenever your thoughts wander. Continue doing this meditation for 20 minutes. How can one apply this principle in real life? Begin altering the way you see your body. Throughout the day, say energy, transformation, and intelligence several times. You'll have a completely new perspective on the world. For further information, see Grow Younger, Live Longer by Deepak Chopra. Recognize that you are a different person now and forgive yourself for any mistakes you committed in the past. Every instant, a new you is born, and you are living this moment with this new you. Daily emphasis on your goals will help them to materialize. You are the creator and possess the intellect of creation, so trust that they will. By everyday meditation, you can communicate with this intellect and give it your wishes. Your body is an ever-changing entity. Every minute of our lives, our bodies are in constant exchange with their surroundings. Billionths of atoms enter and exit our bodies with each breath we take. We are not a solid, unchanging entity. We are dynamic energy that changes all the time. Was that what I said? We are energy indeed. Everything in this material universe is composed of atoms, and each atom is composed of smaller particles, according to quantum physics. All that these subatomic particles are is energy vibrating at various frequencies. Our bodies are also. All that exists in our bodies is a vast amount of energy. We now see our bodies from a different perspective, that is, as ever-changing energy. The question of who is in charge of this transition process now arises. What drives this? The explanation is that everything is permeated by a supernatural energy. Leaders in religion and science both concur on this. While some refer to this power as God, I prefer to call it intellect. This intellect permeates all that is visible, tactile, and perceptible to us. It controls all that is made of matter. Through this almighty power, we could construct anything we wanted if we could connect with this intelligence. Indeed, it exists within us at all times, even before our birth. Meditation is the method that many prosperous people throughout human history have used to connect with this wisdom. This is a meditation method that Dr. Deepak Chopra teaches. I would like to share this with you because I find it to be really simple and efficient. With your feet flat on the ground, take a comfortable seat in a chair. Place your hands, palms up, on your thighs. Maintain a straight spine. Shut your eyes and begin to concentrate on your breathing. Think of the word so as you inhale and the word hum as you exhale. Don't try to control. Instead, follow your breath gently and mentally repeat the sentences. Remind yourself to breathe whenever your thoughts wander. Continue this meditation for 20 minutes. How might this idea be applied in real life? Begin to change the way you think about your body. Say energy, transformation, and intelligence aloud several times per day. You'll begin to perceive the world in a completely new way. Refer to Grow Younger, Live Longer by Deepak Chopra. Recognize that you have changed and forgive yourself for any faults you may have committed in the past. Every instant, a new version of yourself is born, and you are living this moment with that version of yourself. Every day, begin concentrating on your goals and have complete faith that they will materialize, since you are the creator and possess the intellect of creation. Through regular meditation, communicate with this intellect and give it your desires. Lesson 3. The Principle of Connection. Among the most fundamental ideas in the cosmos is this one. You will always produce the success you want as long as you comprehend this idea and apply it to your daily life. The connection concept is the name given to this essential idea. According to the idea of connectedness, All humans are interconnected and part of the same world, meaning that we are not distinct entities. Stated differently, the entire cosmos is a single entity. We are all a part of it and its entirety. I want to paraphrase Dr. Wayne Dyer since his writing is rife with wisdom. According to him, humans are environment organisms rather than organisms in the environment. Try holding your breath for a moment if you feel as though you are disconnected from your surroundings. The environment is essential to our existence. The two of you make up the whole. There's no getting away from it. There would be no you without the environment, and there would be no environment without you. Consider it this way. The white space behind the text is what draws your attention to them as you read them on the screen. This page is made entirely of words and space. The page would not exist if none of them existed. Where do we come from? Is a crucial question we should ask ourselves if we want to fully comprehend the law of connection. We grow out of this environment is the response to this query. Dr. Wayne Dyer used to explain this idea with the illustration of a plum tree. I want to share it with you here since I thought it was extremely intriguing. A plum seed is planted in the ground, and it gradually develops into a root system, trunk, branches, leaves, and eventually a bloom that yields plums. We don't claim the plum tree originates from a different universe when we see it. Rather, we say it grows out of this one. You too will emerge from the world in the same manner as the plum tree. You just develop out of this world and are an extension of it. Or to put it another way, the world is an extension of you. You are not a separate being from another world. Thus, everything around you is an extension of who you are. You can make anything you want if you know this. Everything in this environment, including abundance, health, the divine relationship, and any other material processes, is a part of you, because you are your environment and your environment is you. These are all already a part of who you are. To put it another way, this means that everything you desire is already given to you at the quantum level. All you have to do is use the law of attraction to make it come true. Review the law of attraction in the last lesson. Since everything in this world is an extension of you, other people are also. At the quantum level, you are related to everyone in this universe. I had a lot of doubts about this concept up until I went to a seminar. They presented a straightforward method during the seminar that can demonstrate how interconnected we are all. I was astounded by the outcome. In order for you to give this strategy a try on your own, let me share with you how it worked for me. I knew where my friend worked, but I had never had the opportunity to see her. I hadn't seen her in years. I made the decision to give this method a shot and utilize it to locate my friend after learning about it. I scribbled the subsequent phrase on a blank sheet of paper. I will meet Lucy. Note that Lucy is merely a fictitious name that I'm using for illustration purposes. Once these words are written down, remove any letters that appear more than once in this sentence. For instance, this sentence contains 3 L's. Eliminate the other 2 and retain only one. I will only have the letters IWLMETUCY after doing this. Using these capital letters, create a drawing of anything you like. It doesn't need to make sense. The idea is to create a drawing using these characters. Then, that evening, I looked at the sketch and visualized it in my head before turning in for the night. I completely let go of it the following morning, threw the paper away and stopped thinking about it. The reason for this is that your subconscious mind operates more for you if you have a higher level of trust in it. I just disregarded it and allowed my subconscious to take care of it. The incredible part was that I got to meet my friend a week later. I was taken aback by how effectively this gear functions. It's incredible. I firmly think that we are all connected now. I hope that as of right now, you have a fresh view of the world. Recognize the world as a part of yourself and the quantum connection between you and anything you seek. Then positive things will start to appear in your environment. How might this idea be applied in real life? 1. Remind yourself that you are not alone if you are feeling down. You are constantly filled with the universe's holy energy. Your thoughts will manifest all of your wants since you are linked to the source of energy. 2. Love everyone and acknowledge them as a part of yourself. Say it aloud several times today. I will love my neighbor as I love myself. 3. Recognize the beauty in everything you encounter, understanding that it is all a part of you. Lesson 4. The principle of all possibilities. The fundamental aspect of the cosmos in which we live is the principle of all possibilities. It is the fundamental nature of everything that exists in our world. Every object, be it a human body, a vehicle, or a dollar bill, adheres to the principle of all possibilities. Our grasp of this principle will cause a sudden transformation in our mental attitude and view of the physical world we live in. What then is this all possibles principle? According to the principle of all possibilities, everything in the universe is a field of all possibilities and is dependent upon our observations. This means that the cosmos in which we live is a field of all possibilities. To put it another way, this concept merely states that everything material only exists as a result of your observation. When you take your observation away, it starts to happen. The room you live in, for instance, only exists because you look at it. The moment you turn your gaze away, it will become completely invisible. It may sound fantastical, but this is real. This has already been demonstrated by scientists to be true. As you are already aware from reading my earlier writings, subatomic particles, the fundamental building blocks of the cosmos, make up everything in it. The peculiarity of these particles is that their existence is inferred from the traces they leave behind. We have never seen them. The fact that these particles are only real when we see them is another intriguing aspect about them. It appears as a space-time event magically when we focus on it. We now know that nothing could possibly exist without your attention or observation. We live in a universe where everything is possible. What relevance does this principle have to us? Since everything we want is also conceivable, it has everything to do with ourselves. Everything we could ever want, a car, a fit physique, a spiritual connection, is already present in this expanse of infinite possibilities that we refer to as the cosmos. By using the power of your attention, you can make things real. Keep in mind that everything that is possible exists right now. There already exists in this field of endless possibilities, the version of you that is rich and abundant in life. You haven't seen it or experienced it because you haven't given it enough thought. The cosmos will start to bring it into your reality the moment you start to focus on it. The universe is in motion while you ponder. You have to exercise caution when giving instructions, since the cosmos will obey them precisely. You have to be extremely aware of how you are vibrating, because that is the only way the universe can receive your instructions. Your current state of focus determines your vibration. It's time to redirect your focus as soon as you realize that your energy is out of alignment with your desires. Regardless of how things happen, the universe always obeys your commands, so you have to be aware of your vibration at all times. This lesson's main takeaway is this. How might this idea be applied in real life? Train your mind to perceive things differently starting now. Remind yourself that everything you see is a space-time event that came into being as a result of your observation, rather than perceiving it as a solid object. Keep your focus on your desires and observe every moment, knowing that the universe is working flawlessly to make them come true. Throughout the day, remind yourself as often as you can that everything that is imaginable already exists, and that by focusing on something else, you can choose to experience your wishes right now. Lesson 5. The principle of being. One of the most effective ideas for achieving your goals nearly immediately is this one. This is existence's guiding concept. If this idea is applied properly, you won't ever have to be concerned about not receiving what you want. You'll begin to feel as though achieving your goals in life comes naturally and easily. The concept of being essentially states that you can rapidly manifest your desires in the material world by deciding to be in the condition of having what you desire. To put it another way, the quickest way to get wealthy is to already be wealthy. The reason the state of being is so crucial is because it shapes your perceptions and the way you think. Living in poverty will make you think, speak, and behave like a poor person, Being wealthy will make you act and perceive the world differently. Ideas that alter one's perspective on things also alter the objects one looks at, which is among the most important lessons I have learned. When you are wealthy, you begin to view the world through a wealthy lens, which causes your thoughts to suddenly change and everything in it to start to alter. Quantum physics has shown us that subatomic particles undergo changes as a result of our observations. The macrocosm is the same as the microcosm. If you alter the way you see things, what you see will also alter. This is a straightforward message. Altering your mental state will alter your perception of the world and the objects you view. Whatever your current situation, if you desire to be wealthy, tell the universe, "I am rich." Never let the outside world deceive you. People tend to forget that they are not controlled by their external circumstances. The external circumstances result from the decisions you have made thus far. The only reason you are broke is that you have previously decided to be in that position, and as a result, your external environment has come to represent your financial situation. Though, believe it or not, you did choose to be broke knowingly. I'm not arguing that you chose to be broke for no reason. It is now clear to us that the outside world is merely a reflection of who you are. Then, by altering our mental state, we may consciously alter the outside world. Say, "I am rich" with conscious affirmation. Feel the sensation of wealth when you confidently declare it. Even though you currently have no money at all, you are nevertheless confirming the truth, since, on a quantum level, you already have wealth. Everything that is capable of existing already does, including the version of you that is surrounded by wealth. You are unable to feel wealth because of the illusion of time. Nevertheless, you are able to change your perspective and decide to live in a wealthy condition right now. It will become apparent to you in the real world very soon. Your emotions and physical state are how the universe reacts to you. The cosmos will mirror your choice to remain wealthy by rearranging the outside world to support your current level of wealth. It's also true in the other direction. Harmony, good or bad, is necessary for the universe to function. Maintain your wealthy status by affirming to the cosmos, "I have enough money, and I allow what I already have enough of to flow to me." How is the principle of being put into practice? Remind yourself that you are already wealthy on a quantum level by affirming, "I am rich," or any other desired state. Try to do this throughout the day as much as you can. Your reality is shaped by your constant thinking. Save an affirmation that will bring about wealth and repeat it as often as you can. An excellent example would say, "I decided to feel prosperous and draw boundless wealth into my life right now." Lesson 6. The Principle of Now. Have you ever wondered what time it is, dear friend? You won't again worry, feel anxious, or be unhappy again once you realize the true meaning of time. In reality, time exists only in our minds. No matter how persistent the illusion of time is, the illusion of past, present, and future is still an illusion. Einstein. Quantum physics research has already demonstrated through science that there is only one point in time, the present. There is only one time, the moment of now, and neither the past nor the future exists. All that exists in the human mind is the sense of the past and future. Your perception of the past and future is really an illusion created by your own thoughts. Now is the only time that exists. The illusion of time gives us the impression that the past, present, and future are distinct time periods. Actually, all of them are taking place right now. Everything takes place in the present. Try doing something yesterday or tomorrow right now if you aren't persuaded by the idea of now. It's not feasible. When was the last time you recall your past? Now you can recall it. You dream about your future today when you dream about it. You cannot actually experience the past or the future, since they are merely concepts in your mind and do not exist in reality. In actuality, you are still in the present moment, even when it seems like you are in the past or the future. Nothing happens in a different time period. Everything occurs right now. Living fully in the present moment ensures a life free of problems. It's in our imagined future where supposed issues arise, mere mental constructs. By focusing solely on the present and attending to what needs attention, you sidestep any potential problems altogether. A sage once proclaimed, "I harbor no regrets about the past, nor fear about the future. My existence thrives in the present, where the perfect response unfolds with each moment." This is the essence of eternal consciousness, where fear, anxiety, and worry dissolve. Here, you operate at your peak, connected to the boundless energy of the universe. Making the decision to live in the present now is one method to encounter eternal awareness. Keep an eye on and monitor your thinking. Due to the fact that the past is its sole point of reference, your mind will constantly want to escape the present. The instant you recognize that you are truly in the present moment and that your mind is escaping it, you can just observe it. The question is, why I experience what I am feeling right now and nothing else, since this now is all that exists. You have made that decision, is the response to that query. There are countless things happening right now, and you are free to choose to experience any one of them. This is the beautiful moment of now. By giving an order to the universal mind, also known as the cosmic mind, infinite intelligence, source energy, or God, you made your decision. The universal mind brings to you exactly that which you send out, based on your level of conviction and clarity. You had given the order at some point in this space-time continuum, and the universe took it and executed it flawlessly. That's precisely what's happening to you right now. It's critical to understand that the cosmos interprets all of your instructions, good and bad, equally. It is unable to select for you. You must decide for yourself with confidence and clarity. After you've made your decision, let the universe take care of the rest. How to put this principle into practice? Keep a regular eye on your thoughts. Continue focusing your attention on the here and now. Remind yourself, now is the only time that exists. The past and the future are just illusions that exist in my mind. Whenever you find yourself worrying about the future, I make the decision to focus entirely on the here and now. Make meditation a daily habit. How to put this principle into practice? Keep a regular eye on your thoughts. Continue focusing your attention on the here and now. Remind yourself, now is the only time that exists. The past and the future are just illusions that exist in my mind. Whenever you find yourself worrying about the future, I make the decision to focus entirely on the here and now. Make meditation a daily habit. Lesson 7. Principle of Higher Self. I want to begin this lesson with a quote from Dr. Wayne Dyer. He said this in his book, Manifest Your Destiny. Within you is a divine capacity to manifest and attract all that you need or desire. Wayne Dyer. You will concur with me, I'm sure, that we are more than simply our bodies or this physical form. Something everlasting and unseen exists within each of us. I would like to know if you are a body with a soul or a soul with a body. You know deep down that you are more than just a body. You are a soul. We are far more than this visible and tangible form that we are familiar with. There is an immortal quality within each of us that never fades or is born again. This is your higher self, also known as your soul. Have you ever questioned these things about yourself? From where do we originate? Who made the material world in which we live? Our rational minds tell us that something inside trees makes them, just as they do when we view flowers or trees. When we venture outside in search of the answer, we discover that all trees originate from a single little seed. Then we are aware that this seed contains the necessary information. When we open the seed, all that's visible is some brown stuff. However, when we examine this material under a microscope, we can see some molecules and eventually some atoms. When we finally examine it with the strongest microscope, we find that there is only energy present, which comes and goes. No particle is present. This is so mysterious. Eventually, after much searching, we uncover that nothing at all contributed to the creation of the tree. The tree was made by this non-stuff or nothingness. It formed our bodies in addition to the tree. We originate from this void of existence. There is nothing except energy in the beginning. This is the higher self that we originally were. Additionally, this is the realm of manifestation and creativity. The source of all energy in the physical cosmos is the same field. The human body was generated by the same field of energy that formed a forest, galaxy, or star. This is the origin of manifestation, or the source of creation. Above all, you're not different from this source. In fact, you are this source. It's also critical to understand that the source energy is infinite, boundless, and inseparable. We've been taught that although every one of us is a unique human person, the cosmos as a whole is one. You have to be conscious of the fact that you are both a physical body and a non-physical body in order to fully comprehend your higher self. Your inner self, your higher self, exists in this non-physical body. It never fades and is everlasting. Take a moment to identify the people who are reading, watching, and thinking. Within this body, this flesh, this bone, who is this I? You will know that this is your higher self, your real self, if you find this I. You need to realize that you are the observer and not what you see in order to gain a deeper understanding of your higher self. Everything you notice is a result of this observer that is inside of you. It is the source of all things. It is where creation originates. You start to know that you are the creator of your life when you recognize that you are one with the source of energy. You start to realize that you are capable of creating everything you can conceive. You are dimensionless and boundaryless because you are one with the source energy, which is dimensionless and has no boundaries. Everything and everything in this universe is tied to you. This field of energy connects you to everything. At the energy level, we are all connected, I say again. We are linked to our desires as well. We now understand that anything we want is already present in this vast ocean of energy sources as a form of energy. All we have to do is radiate the same energy vibration in order to draw this energy in. You can count on your desire to materialize in your life as long as you follow through on this. In the event that it doesn't, universal law will have failed. I want to wrap up this lesson by quoting Dr. Wayne Dyer. The core of manifestation and the real meaning of the higher self are both succinctly expressed in these words. I'm hoping you can hear them a lot till you can commit them to memory. These are his words. Manifesting is not about getting things that are not here. It is about attracting what it is already here and is a part of you on a spiritual level. Wayne Dyer. How to put this principle into practice. Always be the observer. Keep an eye on your ideas. Observe your inner self, which is invisible. Always ask yourself, who is watching and who is thinking? You will then recognize your higher self. Remember that you are one with the source of energy whenever you are experiencing doubt, concern, or anxiety. You are receiving your wants at the energy level from the infallible global rules. Say that again. What I am seeking is seeking me. Think of the world as a whole. All that is passed through you is the Holy Spirit that permeates everything. Consider everything to be a part of yourself. Refuse to regard someone as being above or under you. Instead, see them as being you. Lesson 8. The Principle of Cause and Effect. According to the law of cause and effect, everything is both an effect that is brought about by something earlier and a cause that will bring about something later. The fundamental idea of the cosmos is cause and effect, which controls everything that occurs right now. It is both easy to use and highly effective. Without cause and effect, just think of what this planet would become. The cosmos wouldn't work well. Similar to the law of gravity, the principle of cause and effect is an unbreakable global law. You may practically construct your own destiny if you comprehend it and live by it. This will allow you to foresee your own fate. Since everything that is happening right now has a cause, the question that arises is what the cause of my current circumstances and condition is. Many people think that some external factor, like the state of the economy or the pace of inflation, is to blame for their predicament. They fail to see that their external circumstances are merely reflections of their internal circumstances. The real causes of their current situation are their internal ideas and beliefs. Recall that you are the source, The circumstances outside of you are the results. A common mistake made by many is allowing their inner world, which is the cause, to be influenced by the outside world, which is the result. They are feeling more of the effects since they have actively contributed to the cause. They will then question why they are continually running into the same predicament. Don't let the outside world deceive you. These are only the results. You may alter the situation by altering the causes, which are your own sentiments and ideas. Don't let being broke deceive you if you glance around and discover that you are in financial ruin. Instead, just tell yourself that it's only an effect and concentrate on success. Your circumstances will soon adjust to reflect your inner emphasis. The proverbs, "What you focus on expands," and "Your consistent thoughts create your reality," may already be very known to you. In actuality, they're all expressing the same thing. Everything that happens to you is a result of your thinking. You have to use extreme caution in your thoughts. Ask yourself, what is the effect of my present thinking on a regular basis? Keep an eye on your thoughts at all times. Make sure your desires and your ideas are in sync at all times. Then how can you tell whether your ideas are in line with your desires or not? That's something you can tell just by observing your feelings. Within our bodies is a precise monitoring system. Your body will alert you when your ideas are in line with your desires by evoking a negative emotion, and it will do the same when your thoughts are in line with a positive mood. This is the reason it's critical to constantly be aware of your emotions. You can choose to be in a positive emotional state at any time if you are willing to do so. Flip switch is one of the most effective methods that Dr. Robert Anthony created. You will eventually draw anything you want into your life and be able to maintain a highly vibrating positive state at any time you choose. I won't go into the specifics of this approach here, but the general premise is that by focusing on happy thoughts in the present, you may send out a positive vibratory signal to the universe, and it will respond by bringing the goals that have the same vibrational frequency to you. You must acknowledge that everything that occurs in your life, whether good or bad, is entirely your own fault now that you are aware that everything you are going through is a result of your own inner thoughts. You alone are responsible for any challenging circumstances you may find yourself in. Changing your thoughts immediately is the greatest and only thing you can do. You have to change your thoughts right now, because as you already know, this is the only moment that exists and in which you can use your power. It doesn't matter how negative your thoughts have been in the past or in the future. Your body will tell you when you are on track and when you are not, if you pay attention to its cues. Whenever your body sends you a bad indication, quickly adjust your emotional state to something good. Never forget to maintain a high vibration. How might this idea be applied in real life? Ask yourself, what is the effect of what I am thinking now on a regular basis? Keep a close eye on your emotions and shift them to constructive thinking right now. Say to yourself, I am totally responsible for everything that is happening to me right now. If you find yourself in a challenging circumstance, then pay attention to the fix rather than the issue. Bonus lesson 1. Step-by-step guide to manifest your desires. I've been discussing manifestation for a while now. My goal is to assist individuals realize the limitless power they have been given from the moment of their birth and, ideally, to help them realize this potential and re-establish a connection to the source of creation. I really think that your degree of awareness is directly related to how successful, happy, and fulfilled you are in life. Reaching enlightenment, which is the ultimate state of consciousness, is our ultimate goal in life. Our sole purpose in life is to increase our consciousness through the experiences of education, employment, and daily living. Studying universal laws is the quickest approach to moving something from the invisible world into the visible realm. Studying should be done frequently, not just once. These laws need us to make sense of them, incorporate them into our everyday thoughts, and become a part of who we are. You will have attained true enlightenment at that point. Your life is no longer filled with struggle. Instead, it is a simple, stress-free process of creation. Ask, and you shall receive. Give, and you shall receive even more. In this lesson, I have covered 8 principles of the cosmos. But even if you're unaware of it, you might understand it. There's a difference between knowing and understanding. While knowing originates from your superconscious mind, which is linked to the universe's highest intelligence, understanding comes from your conscious mind. You have to constantly remind yourself of these laws if you want to genuinely understand them. You have to learn them, consider them, and constantly remind yourself of them until they come naturally to you. Enlightenment will then occur. I found that while a lot of people read my articles about universal principles, not many of them know how to put them to use. For that reason, I've created a step-by-step guide that will walk you through using these principles to materialize anything you want. Here it is. Step 1. Define your major goals clearly. The universe cannot assist you if you are unsure of what you want. Make your desires known and make them specific. It always appears to assist in writing down your aim along with your goal. Examples. I intend to earn $20,000 per month. I intend to attract my soulmate into my life. Step 2. Design a good affirmation for each of your goals. Your affirmation needs to be truthful and credible. Using phrases that evoke strong emotions is usually beneficial. Example. I choose to manifest $100,000 now. I accept this or something better. Utilizing the phrase I choose can give your assertion greater plausibility. I accept this or something better should always be included with your affirmation. You'll be shocked at how much more you receive. Since there is only one moment that exists and in which you can use your power of creation, uttering the word now activates your ability of creation. This is the single instance in which it manifests. Saying now is a truthful statement. Saying, but I don't see the $100,000 is a fallacy. You are telling the truth. What you perceive to be your current possession is an illusion. You already have $100,000 in energy. Step 3. Program the affirmations into your subconscious mind. Creation happens on its own once your subconscious mind recognizes the affirmation as true. You've probably heard that your thoughts manifest as your reality. One of the most effective strategies to transform a desire into a recurring thought is through affirmation. You must gradually persuade your subconscious mind by repeatedly stating the truths in order to get it to accept your affirmation as true. Every time you say your affirmation, you need to remind yourself of this reality. On a deeper level, I am linked to the universe's ultimate intelligence, which is the source of all creation, both past and present, in the material world. That means that I can make anything I want whenever I want. The origin of everything is me. I now decide to see my desires materialize in my surroundings. Step 4. Monitoring your thoughts moment by moment and keep the state of being. The inclination to think negatively is ingrained in the human mind and is a product of our evolutionary history. This negative pattern has been our greatest nemesis on the path to enlightenment, but it has also aided us throughout the evolutionary process by keeping us aware of the threats. Thankfully, God has endowed us with an internal guiding system that alerts us to any unfavorable thoughts. Our emotional system is this guiding system. You will experience a negative emotion whenever you think something negative. This is precisely right. Your emotions are your means of communicating with the cosmos, as you have already discovered. You are miscreating every time you experience a bad feeling. You have to be really aware of your emotions. If you sense something bad coming on, deal with it right away. Don't let it fester. Squash the monster while it's still small. Reflect on your objectives, say your affirmations aloud, and consider all the things for which you are thankful to counterbalance the bad feeling. At that point, you're back on course. In addition to keeping an eye on your negative ideas, you should deliberately elicit happy sentiments and emotions. Maintaining the state of being, that is, believing that your wishes have already materialized and that you already own them, is the most effective approach to do this. This is the quickest method for realizing your goals. Step 5. Get connected to your higher self through daily meditation. You must give your higher self the opportunity to communicate with you. It is a portion of the most creative mind and may make your dreams come true. When you meditate, That's when you can connect with your higher self the most effectively. Take prompt action upon receiving any message from your higher self. This is the strongest support available to you. Individuals frequently make the error of searching outside of themselves for solutions when, in fact, they already exist within. I do a japa meditation that Dr. Wayne Dyer taught me, and it truly makes me appreciate the joy of creation. You can choose any type of meditation you like. Even just 20 minutes a day of silent sitting will have a big impact. Step 6. Give up. Before you turn in for the night every day, place your complete trust in the universe and give it the freedom to fulfill your dreams while you sleep. Pray this before going to bed. I give the universe complete control over everything, and it grants me my requests. I am appreciative of this strong support. I have complete faith in it. By putting this 6-step manifestation technique into practice, you'll never have to worry about not getting what you want in life. You'll genuinely feel the delight of manifestation. Bonus lesson number 2. The power of inner dialogue. Do you know what your inner dialogue is saying? If not, you are now able to recognize it. There is a voice inside of you that is always speaking to you. Just be quiet and pay attention. If you have disregarded this small voice's influence, you have been losing out on a fantastic opportunity to increase your own authority. There is good and bad in your inner monologue. You are highly likely to have a pleasant inner dialogue and experience the delight of a positive life if you have a positive thought pattern. Regretfully, the majority of people have negative internal monologues and lack a constructive thought pattern. They actually pull themselves back every time, asking why there doesn't appear to be any progress despite their best efforts to change their circumstances. The quality of your inner conversation has a direct impact on your level of achievement and fulfillment in life. Given the significance of inner conversations for personal growth, it is imperative that we get a deeper comprehension of their functions. Our inner dialogue is doing constant judgment and evaluation. Our inner dialogue will categorize everything we see, hear, or sense as either good or terrible, right or wrong, depending on our prior experiences. For our survival, this is crucial. Your inner voice will warn you about snakes if you see them, and it will tell you that flowers are lovely if you see them. Your inner voice acts as a guardian, keeping you safe from harm. But when it comes to building your own authority, this internal conversation isn't always beneficial. Do you frequently use the word can't in your speech? If so, I advise you to stop using this word in your speech. I think this is the best advice I can give you. Watch out for your inner dialogue telling you that you are incapable of doing a task. Your internal dialogue has a propensity to keep you safe by discouraging you from trying new things. Although it has the best of intentions and is attempting to protect you, it places too many restrictions on you. You have to learn new skills and take on new challenges if you want to develop. Let's say you have $1 million to make, but you have never done this before. You search your memory for all of your former experiences, but you are unable to locate the solution. You can't will be the conclusion of your inner monologue. It doesn't want you to be in danger, therefore it will make a lot of effort to persuade you that what it says is true. In actuality, though, acquiring the new experience of being a millionaire requires learning new techniques and adopting a millionaire's mindset. Your old database will never hold the answer. Swap the negative internal conversations for constructive ones. Whatever your inner dialogue tells you, don't take it for granted. Take it a step further. Is what it says actually accurate? Recognize your negative inner monologue and replace it with constructive thoughts. All you need to do to lead a prosperous and happier life is that. Given how easy it is, why isn't everyone using it? The only explanation is that not everyone is aware of what is right and wrong. Although it might not make sense this is the case, most people are unaware of what is and is not healthy for them. When faced with an issue, individuals look for solutions. They look for mentorships, attend seminars, and purchase books in the hopes that these may help them with their issues. Regretfully, until they do these things, none of their problems will ever be resolved. Change the approach. They won't begin to fix their problems until they come to understand that the answer lies inside them, not outside of them. In the event that you forget everything I have said thus far, keep in mind this. Every problem you face has an answer inside of you. The answer is already within you. You don't need to look outside for it. You have an immortal part of yourself that has solutions for any issue you face. All you have to do is connect to it. You won't ever experience troubles if you pay attention to this eternal aspect of yourself. This part of you understands the nature of the entire universe. It is, after all, the universe itself, so it knows what is and is not healthy for you. I just want you to know that you have access to this enormous power of the cosmos. I don't want to confuse you by talking too much about your true nature or everlasting self. Nothing is insurmountable once you have it. As you give yourself more and more attention, you'll become increasingly aware of the correct responses. You will eventually start to hear happy thoughts instead of negative ones inside your head. Once you develop the practice of listening to your authentic self, it happens naturally and you won't need to put any effort into it. I'd like to share a method I picked up from Dr. Deepak Chopra with you to help you expedite this process. Positive inner dialogue exercise. Make eye contact with your reflection each time you gaze into a mirror, then silently repeat the following lines. 1. I am completely unaffected by the positive or negative thoughts of others. 2. I am not inferior to anyone. 3. I approach every obstacle head-on without fear. These are some of your top options for internal conversation. Make them deeply ingrained in your subconscious mind by repeating them frequently. Your life will begin to automatically change. Best wishes. This full quick manifestation course has been finished by you. I strongly advise you to print out this course and go over the material several times until you become second nature with the knowledge it contains.